Hey YouTube, it's Tanya, and I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I would come in and do a little bit of a keto update. I've changed things up a little bit, and I was just going to give you some preliminary results. So I am about 7.5 months into eating the ketogenic way, and I've been playing with different macros. For when I started out, I think I had my calories at about 1,400, and at the time when I started, I went very much off of percentages with the 5% fat, 20% protein, and 75%. Wait, did I say 5% fat? No, 5% carbs, 20% protein, 75% fat. And I've come to realize as going through this whole thing is that going by the percentages is just way too difficult. I always recommend that people use this Keto Calculator, and I'll put the link in the description below, to figure out what your caloric and macro goals should be. And in there, you have to kind of give an estimate of what your body fat percentage is, and there's a little picture chart that you can use to determine what you estimate your body fat to be. You have to say if you're sedentary or if you're active, that whole thing, and then you can give yourself a varying amount of caloric deficit. I usually recommend between 15 and 20% calorie deficit. That way, it's not too low, not too drastic. Because I find a lot of people try and really deprive themselves, and then that's when we blow out our metabolism. That's definitely what happened to me with dieting all my whole life, and then certainly after VSG. So since then, I've been basically working to get my calories back up. Right now, my calorie goals, oh, and I always forget to say I'm 5'7". I always forget to say that. Right now, my calorie goals are 1,500. My fat in grams is more than my protein grams. I'm trying to get between 75 and 85 grams of protein a day, and well over 100, maybe like 120, 125 grams of fat every day. And I started that March 1 along with no dairy. The reason why I chose to do no dairy for the month of March is because dairy can be inflammatory for some people. And if you've been following my journey, you know I have arthritis. I have psoriatic arthritis, and I am testing it out to see if dairy could be causing some of my inflammation. Now, I'm very under control with my Enbrel injections that I do. I'm also on methotrexate and azolfenine, so I take arthritis medication. But even with that, I still can get swelling and little bits of inflammation. And sometimes I'll feel like my body just feels inflamed in general, which is hard to explain if you've never experienced it before. So I started this March 1st, no dairy, so no creamer in my coffee, no cheese, no cream cheese, nothing like that. And this is my third attempt trying it. The first two times, the first time I think I only got like 3 days in. The second time might have been 5 days. And then this time it's been much easier. I think I was just more prepared on what I can and can't eat. And it's been a lot easier. I was hovering between like I really would float between 173 and 177, but really 173 and 175, or 174, 175 for a good while, just maintaining. Awesome. And now, since I started doing this, I am in the 170, 171 range. So this week I was mostly in the 170s. This morning I was 171.4. But I feel like I'm scooting down the scale a little bit, and that's with keeping my calories up at 1,500. Also, I have been keeping my carbs between 10 and 15 grams a day, and I was advised to maybe try and up that a little bit. So I've been getting 20 to 25 grams a day, and between those changes, I feel like it's made a big difference. For a while there, I had somebody advise me to get more protein and less fat to force my body to tap into its own fat stores, but that did not work for me. I mean, I stayed the same, but I couldn't make myself lose if I wanted to with keeping my protein high like that. So dropping my protein down to the 75 to 80, 85 range seems to have done the trick. And I'm definitely more satisfied with the foods I'm eating from getting the extra fat in, and I'm feeling really great. I'm doing really good with it. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Yes, we need to tap into our own fat stores, but I think for women, I don't know if this is true for men, but I can only speak for what I've seen in women, is we need to up the fat a little bit and lower the protein a little bit. Even as much as I work out, I definitely haven't seen any muscle loss or any strength loss with bringing my fat down, but my protein down. My protein had been over 100, like 105 grams maybe, and now, so I dropped it down maybe 25 or 30 grams a day. So I still feel great. No muscle loss, no strength loss. So just throwing it out there as a suggestion. If you're kind of stuck, maybe you need to break a stall, try the no dairy. Try making sure you get about 25 grams of net carbs a day. You're getting vegetables at every meal. And if you're a woman, that your fat is a little bit higher than your protein in terms of grams. And don't put your calories too low, because then you drive your metabolism down. So those are my keto tips for today. I hope y'all are having a great week. Happy St. Patrick's Day if you're watching this today, and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Go out and make it happen. Bye, guys.